How's it going, folks? And welcome back. It's episode number 94 of Park 2 Primera. Today, we're back. If you missed yesterday's episode, I say yesterday, it was a couple of days ago now. If you missed it, Man City, big game, quarterfinal of the Champions League. Of course, now working on the assumption you've seen that. You know what's going on today. We have the Copa del Rey final to kick things off, where we're taking on Atleti. And following on from that, we are going to be venturing over into the Champions League semi-finals to take on Arsenal. Of course, we lost a Champions League final a couple of years ago to Arsenal. Last year, we lost the final to PSG. I feel like at this point, I will be so gutted if we don't win the Champions League. That's all I'm going to say on it. Let's not dwell on it too much. But yes, today's a triple header. It's only been 3 days since we were last here, so really nothing has happened, which means we're going to get straight into the meat and potato of things. And the meat and potato of today is these matches where, to kick things off, Perez is out injured, so we're going to bring in Jimmy Galini, who is slowly but surely learning the art of playing left back. He's been a useful squad player for us as this backup. Probably not played him as much as he deserves to be played, to be fair, Galini. He's a good fullback, but for me, he's just not quite good enough going forward. But in this kind of game where Perez has got a knock, of course, it makes sense to bring him in. You can see for the most part, the team are rested and raring to go, which is always good to see. And I want to win this. This would be a third successive Copa del Rey final win. A win in the final. We've won this 3 times. I know. That is kind of mad as an achievement. It would really be a good example of our domestic dominance if we could win it 3 years in a row. Of course, whilst it's big, it's not quite as big as the other games against Arsenal, but nevertheless, I'm not rotating the team for this one. We are going in full strength. Hopefully, we're going to be able to come out on top. Looking at the Atleti team, Alphonso Davies, they've got Esposito up front, they've got Leao as well out on the left-hand side. They've got some pretty good players, so I'm expecting a hard-fought battle today, even if we are, I believe, going to be at home for this game, which is obviously a big advantage in our favour. In terms of their team, you can see they are playing a 4-2-3-1. I feel like it's a system that we're relatively familiar playing against this year in Football Manager and specifically here at Racing. I want to believe that we're going to be able to get the win here and just show our superiority. What I would say is we have started this game a tiny bit slowly, but we do finally have the first highlight of the game. And while we might need to be doing a little bit of defending here, we're out of possession. It's going to be Berg out wide to Ferran Torres. I assume that's Ferran Torres out on the right-hand side. Tonali goes storming on in there, putting another tackle, falls generously, and Esposito's effort from range, not far wide of the post. You can see 25 minutes gone. An even game. We've had 60% of the ball, but at the moment it's Atleti having all the chances, and they have a corner here, which we're going to deal with initially, but there's probably still more to this tale. And could there be a twist in it? As, they're going to bring the ball forward. It's with Ilic, now with Perez. Ahmed plays it forward, but Gomez reads that superbly. Could we spring the counter-attack? The ball is through to Siapina, and that finish is simple as you like. Alejandro Gomez, the right-back, great ball over the top. I'm not sure who was at centre-back there for Atleti. They completely misread that ball in the air. But in the end, Siapina, he latches onto the end of it. Gomez dinks it over. Siapina takes it. And it's a weird kind of ball. The way the ball moved across the pitch kind of meant that the goalkeeper rushing out was just out of position. Left a massive amount of the goal open. Siapina scores. And with the wind in our sails, we've got another chance potentially here. Corner is going to be dealt with, but it only goes as far as Sandro Tonali. We'll look to recycle and rebuild from the back here. Tonali, back to Galini. Gvardiol. Giving away the ball there, but we do just about get it back. Nervy moments, though, as we pass it around the back. Gomez, he's got 1 assist. He's now won the ball in a great area. The £100 million right back. Siapina, back-heeled. Oh, my word. Julien. Tonali bends it. Love that. 2-0. Half an hour gone. Julien with the assist. Tonali lurking at the edge of the box, doing Sandro Tonali things. I feel like he has so many goals from that kind of position for us here. Battle out on that far side. Siapina back heel. Then the ball here by Julien to Tonali. First time finish. Wraps his foot around it. Picks out the bottom corner. And, to be fair, the goalkeeper wasn't left with much hope in hell. We've been very clinical in this game, and it could get worse for them. Only 2 minutes since we scored, and we're on the attack again. It's Julien once more. He goes down in the penalty area. It's going to be a penalty, which Siapina will take, looking for his second of the game. We started this game slowly. It's exploded into life. Could we make it free? Of course we can make it free. And I don't want to say it too prematurely here. The Copa del Rey looks like it's going to be sticking around in Racing for a third year. And I say sticking around in Racing, sticking around in Santander, I should say. Lovely penalty by Siapina into the bottom corner. And 3 goals in 5 minutes. And it could get worse yet. Atleti all over the place. Gvardiol denied by the woodwork there a chance to extend our lead to 4. But yeah, what a crazy game this has been. Atleti had early chances. They didn't take them. And then from there, 3 opportunities in 5 minutes. Took them all. Some superb finishing. And you know what? I'm already looking at this game thinking this is probably now a good chance to rotate some of the players. I'm a little bit scared about getting tired. We'll keep Siapina on looking for the hat-trick, but the men in the wide area can change. Conceição and Pedro Porro coming in. It's not bad options, is it, to have on the bench, really? The quality we have coming on off the bench here is actually superb now at Racing. We really can just change things up and bring on just world-class quality on off the bench, which is something that has taken a little while to get to this point, but I think it is a point that is hopefully going to lead us to further success this year. I say all of that. Pedro Ahmed has just scored an absolute banger. And, at 3-1, maybe we can't get too excited just yet. Maybe we can't get too carried away just yet. Rafa Leão pulled it back. Ilic lays it across. And Ahmed, first time finish, left foot, sails into the bottom corner. I mean, that was a pretty good finish. I mean, fair play. I can't even be mad, really. Considering this game's had 7 shots on target, we've had 4 goals. It's not really been a match for the goalkeepers. Neither having a particularly standout game, shall we say. Now, Letty bringing the ball forward here. There's 24 minutes left. If they get another, I mean, we will be panicking slightly. Tonali, though, big ball forward. Of course, Siapina, he's on for the hat-trick. He is going to want that. Capanu to Gvardiol. And we're going to work it out from the back here. Really, really nice build-up play. Siapina takes it down, lays it to Hannibal, who should finish, does finish, makes it 4-1. And what a display this has been. 3 Copa del Reys in a row. This was a competition that in the early years, we always got knocked out early. Even when we were emerging as a La Liga team, we never really got on a cup run. We'd always choke against just random teams. Not today, not now. We have booked that trend. And I'm talking like it's over. It has to be over, right? It's 4-1. And for as good as Atleti have been, we have been so much better. A really, really high XG as well of 2.2, considering the number of shots. We've crafted out some really, really good opportunities. And whilst we've not had a load of shots in this game, it's been relatively plain sailing. 4-1, it is going to finish here. We are going to hoist the silverware up. And you know what? It never gets old, does it? We're going to sit here and watch the confetti rain from the sky. Watch our goalkeeper do a cartwheel. And, Racing Santander, Copa del Rey champions for a 3rd year in a row. And, the good news is we're going to get silverware in our final season. No matter what now. If we somehow bottle the league, if we don't make it and win the Champions League final, at least we've got this to remember. Savour it. It might be the last time we ever see confetti fall here in Racing colours. I'll certainly hope it's not going to be. And, now we've seen the goalkeeper cartwheel. We can move on now. Great performance, lads. Congratulations. Enjoy it. But don't enjoy it too much, because we've still got a lot of football left to play between now and the end of the year. Of course, we have got Champions League football to look forward to, ladies and gentlemen. That game is coming up in a week and a half. We're taking on Arsenal. First legs away from home. It's going to be tricky. Don't go anywhere. So if that first match was the appetizer, now we're getting on to the main course, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal away to kick things off here at the Emirates Stadium. It's going to be tough. We've had one previous meeting. We lost that. Let's not talk about this game. We've got one previous meeting. We lost that. Since then, Arsenal in a bit of a weird spot. Arteta is still their manager. This year they're down in 3rd in the Premier League, although they are very much in a title race. I'm hoping that is going to mean their players are perhaps a little jaded coming into this game against us. In terms of our title race, we have, of course, played a game since you were last here. We've lost a game since you were last here against Valladolid, a team who I feel like we always slip up against. I feel like in general, I might be wrong here, I feel like we've dropped points at critical times to them. I'm now looking at this thinking, okay, maybe I haven't actually done that against Adelaide. I feel like they're a bogey team, but apparently they're not. It's just I remember when they beat us. But what does that defeat mean for the league? It doesn't actually mean anything, really. If we look at the games that took place elsewhere, Barcelona won 3-0, but they are still behind us by a quite significant margin. Any kind of point in our last 3 games, the league's won. I don't want to say it too prematurely. I think we are going to be champions of La Liga for a 3rd straight year, but that is not what we want to have success in. I want to have success in the Champions League. And well, in terms of the team selection, it's the team that you know and love. You know these people at this point. You know what to expect from them. In terms of on the bench, we've got similarly good options. And, well, everyone should be relatively rested because I did rotate the team for that last league game. So hopefully we're going to come into this ready and refreshed. Away from home for the first leg is never really ideal, of course. This is the last ever match on this YouTube channel, at least as far as I'm kind of planning ahead, where away goals are going to be a factor in a Champions League knockout game. Because, of course, next year in FM22, away goals are no longer a thing in the Champions League. Much like in real life, of course. That isn't a Football Manager change. That is a real world change. But as a result of that, away goals for the last time we worry about. And well, hopefully we're going to be able to get an away goal or 2. This is going to be a tough game, though. If we could go away from this match with a draw, I'd be happy. If we could go away a goal down, I'd feel like we have a pretty good fighting chance. But realistically, I want to set us up for success. And in order to do that, I want to see us get the early away goal. Anyway, Elliott inside to Kessie. They have got some very, very good players that we have to be wary of. Of course, Arsenal, a long-established kind of good Champions League team in this universe, and while they are looking to bring the ball forward here, and they've hit the woodwork, Ramadani clutches onto the ball, and, well, we can relax for about half a second, because we're now straight into another highlight, as Petrozuolo is dispossessed by Kessie, not the man you necessarily expect to see going through one-on-one. And, well, I think the inexperience there showed. Ramadani with a big stop, but a little bit concerning we've given away the ball there. We have, however, got a set piece here, which we're going to launch forward, but now Arsenal looking to maybe spring the counter-attack. Arne down this left-hand side, skips past one, hits it. Ramadani called into action again. All these highlights are Arsenal catching us on the break. I'm wondering if I want to change anything, and I'm not sure I do. Kapanu on a booking, that's not something that we want to see here. Let's change things just slightly. So I'm going to change him to be a defensive midfielder on defend, but with ease off tackles. And I am going to be a little bit cautious here. I'm going to change the wing-backs to play on defend, just to sit back a little bit more. And, well, with that change made, we're straight into a highlight. It's whipped in, and it's in the back of the net by Gvardiol. I think it actually deflected off a Arsenal defender into the path of the centre-back. Hannibal has been accredited with the assist. I'm not sure he can really take any credit for that. Whipped in, and yeah, it bounced off an Arsenal defender. Who was that defender? It was Elliott. Thank you very much. And somewhat against the run of play, we find our noses ahead, but we're straight into a kick-off highlight. There is highlights everywhere to start this this match. We've had, I think, 5 inside the first 25 minutes. And while we're on the attack here, Hannibal has just scored straight from kickoff. He's assisted one. He's scored one. The keeper got a hand to it. It wasn't strong enough. And my friends, I don't want to get too carried away just yet. Say it under our breaths a little. We're 2-0 up. We are 2-0 up here in a Champions League semi-final away from home. 2 away goals is obviously massive. And we've been clinical. We've had 2 chances, we've taken them. Now we need to look to be a little bit solid at the back. Would it be mad, by the way, to take off Siapina now? Would that be an idiotic decision? Oh my word. Oh my word. We need to do some defending. Arne, throw on goal, should score, does score. The assistance flag is up though, and I think it's going to be ruled out for offside. Awaiting confirmation. It is confirmed. It remains 2-0 here. Wow, how far offside was he here? I'll tell you what, that is close. But yeah, we live to fight another day. We'll get another shout of demand more. In this game, we've not really created a lot, but the chances that we've had, we've taken. Arsenal have dominated possession. The XG difference isn't actually that huge. And at the break, I mean, it's 2-0. It's as good as it could be. I'm delighted. Please keep it going, boys, into this second half. We need to be good at the back. We've been tested a little bit. So far, Ramadani's been top drawing goal. Need more of that from him today. So we're going to, get the ball cleared here, but only as far as Garcia, who lays it back. I mean, the keeper's a long way out here. I thought for a second he was going to kick it straight at our attacker. That would have been a dream, wouldn't it? Unfortunately, they've dealt with it relatively well here. We're looking to build the play up from the back, and then, that launched ball over to Zivkovic, of course, our former right-back. It was disappointing to say the very least. Zivkovic gives it away to Perez. Jose Ramon wins the header, but no one there able to latch onto his header. João Felix now for them, switches it, but Gomez, the £100 million man, wins it. And Julien, he's quick, he's through. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. What an insane performance this has been going forward from us. 3 chances, 3 goals, 3 minutes into the second half. The score's 3-0. Oh, it's so free. And, you've got to question the defending there, to be honest. But he had so much to do. Defenders closing in on him. The gap to shoot was just vanishing in front of him. He had to pull the trigger from range. And into the bottom corner it falls. And I feel like now is the time to take off Kupanu and bring in Toussaint. I'll tell you what, the switch actually to switch the wing-backs to defend has worked wonders here. What I would say is we've been a little bit lucky in this game in terms of how the game's played out. We've just been very, very clinical. Zivkovic here dinks it in all the way over, and Arne is there to make it 3-1. Still plenty of time left in this game for Arsenal to make this seem a little more respectable. It all came from Zivkovic's throw-in, and then the ball into the box here from the right-back. It was weird, wasn't it? It just bounced into the 6-yard box. Could Ramadani have come and collected it? I'm not sure he could have gambled given the options in the box, but ultimately it's found its way to the back post. They've got a goal there. I'm looking at our attackers thinking some of you look rather tired. Right, we're going to take off Jose Ramon, and I'm also going to bring in other Julien, I think, to play centre attack in mid here. In fact, I'm not. I've got a plan, everyone. It's so dumb it might just work. I am going to take off Hannibal here because Hannibal is particularly tired. I'm going to bring Pedro Porro in. We're then going to play Sia Pina at shadow striker, and then Julien is going to lead the way as our advanced playmaker. That is my plan of attack for the last 15 minutes. But to be honest, I will quite happily take 3-1, I think, at this point. Maybe the players on off the bench can have an impact. Pedro Porro puts it in. Julien, shot blocked, but cleared away only as far as Perez. Unfortunately, that block shot was the highlight, and with it, Arsenal maintain the 2-goal gap as Gvardiol now hits the woodwork. He nearly doubled his tally for this game. I'll tell you what, Arsenal have been bullied in this match for periods. And whilst they've had a lot of shots and a lot of chances, I feel like we've been maybe worth our lead on the whole, as now they're going to hit the woodwork as well. I mean, a minute and a half here. We are guaranteed, you'd imagine now at this point, to leave this leg ahead. But is it going to be a 1 or 2 goal margin? Because Arsenal are throwing men forward here to try and get another goal, to try and make it seem a little more respectable. Zivkovic puts it in, and oh my word, the ball very nearly ended up in the back of the net, off the back of Ramadani there. The shot from range hit the woodwork. Arsenal ending this game perhaps on top. They've hit the woodwork a couple of times, throwing everyone forward, desperately trying to get a second goal in this game. But, we're doing some dogged defending at the back. We're doing our job. We're doing our business, and we've done it. 3-1. Very, very lucky when you look at the XG chart. But you know what? We're not going to complain. 3 away goals. If you'd given me that at the start of the game, I absolutely would have taken it. In the other game, Dortmund beat Juventus 1-0. Of course, there is still a second leg in both these games to come. And while speaking of that second leg, it is in a week's time. I am going to go away, rest our players. We're going to come back, hopefully as champions, having got a point against Celta. Don't go anywhere. Good news, everyone. We're champions. Just about. Yes, we finally got that needed point against Celta Vigo. In the end, it actually finished 1-1. It was not very convincing. They did get a late equaliser, and in fact, that was our first draw of the season. But we only needed 1 point. With 2 games left of the year, we are 7 points clear. So I can proudly say, for a third successive year, We have won La Liga, and we're now in a situation where we're on for the quadruple. We could win La Liga, Copa del Rey, the Supercopa de España, and the Champions League. But in order to do that, we've got a dispatch of an Arsenal team, and then one of Dortmund or Juventus. This is what we're here for. This is what this season has been all about. After the first leg, we're in a very, very good position. The team is fully rested and raring to go for this one. I'm hoping that we're going to have the kind of performance we saw in the first leg, where I felt like we were very, very good. Of course, we come into this game as the home side. I feel like home and away advantage, or disadvantage, I guess, if you're the away team, is pretty big in Football Manager in general, more so in recent years than ever before. And, well, it's going to be interesting, I suppose, as we watch this game play out to see just how we get on. As Arsenal, well, they're going to know that if we score one goal, they've got to score 3 because of the away goal. So the pressure is on them to come out and create and score. As for ourselves, I'm hoping we're going to settle into this game as, well, 10 minutes gone. It's a very, very even game thus far. Of course, as far as I'm concerned, a 0-0 ball draw would be perfect. Really, this is a great chance for us to make it to the final from here as well. As a lunging tackle that's flown in. Julien whips it in back post. Jose Ramon heads over. First highlight of the game for us. Wasn't a million miles away, although to call it a clear-cut chance would probably be a tiny bit generous. But alas, we have the ball at the back here. 22 minutes on the clock. Petrozuolo playing it forward to Siapina, who nods it down to Jose Ramon. What can he do? Well, he's going to lose the ball in the wide area, and then Zivkovic, who's still out there lurking at right back for Arsenal, he is going to distribute the ball as they maintain possession here and now look to work the ball down the far side of the pitch. Capanu, though, what a tackle on Brahim Diaz, and it's now with Hannibal, who's bringing it forward, Frederic Siapina, and he scores to give us the goal that requires Arsenal now to go out and score 3. And that would be just to take it to extra time. Really, really nice play here. Brahim Diaz, a man who I looked to sign not all that long ago, and then he decided to go to Arsenal instead. He might regret that decision now. Kapanu's tackle was superb, and then from there we sprung the trap. Siapina timed his run to perfection. The finish at the end of it was delicious. And I don't want to get carried away, everyone, but I think we are about to make it, possibly, to a 3rd Champions League final in a row, and maybe a 3rd shot at redemption. Imagine if we lose. Look, let's not think about the final. Let's think about here and now. There's still football to be played, and while the players' heads are in the game, Jose Ramon with the assist. Siapina has come alive. Of course, over the last few months, he tore his abdominal muscle, had an extended period on the sideline. We've kept our faith with him, and he has repaid us, and then some here. Hannibal to Jose Ramon. Siapina, first time finish on his left foot, says see you later. And, well, this game will not now go to extra time because of away goals. And if Arsenal want to win this game, they have to score 4, which, given the fact they've had 1 shot on target so far in the game, feels like a little bit of a long shot. Although maybe I'm just willing them to score against us here as the ball finally does make it into our box, but it is blocked away. And with that, we maintain a 2-goal lead at the break. We have looked so good in every single match this episode. With a triple header, there's just a like that kind of feeling that you could come in and it could be a disaster class. You lose the cup final, you get knocked out the semi-final, and you just end the series with tears. Of course, just as a little reminder, we have the Champions League final, of course, hopefully, if we make it there. Let's not jinx it just yet. But the World Cup is this summer as well. That is how we are going to be ending this series. A World Cup with Spain, which I've had to name my preliminary squad for. We will talk more about that probably next time, if not in our kind of little intro to the World Cup. And, well, having not won a World Cup this year in Football Manager, I'd quite like to win one now. As I think the keeper just made a nuts save there. Julien with the effort on the volley. I actually thought it hit the woodwork the way it went over the crossbar, but the keeper apparently got a hand to it. And he's got a hand to another one there, Fernandez. Yeah, he's been tested in this game, hasn't he? Wow, 10 shots, 5 on target, and we look to be trying to bring forward the ball again. Although on this occasion, Arsenal have it in maybe a dangerous position. João Felix skips past 2, lays it off to Elliott, played it through to Brahim Diaz, who is denied by Ramadani, who once again has bailed us out today on a couple of occasions across the games. I'm going to take off Tonali and bring in Toussaint. Don't want to go down a man here. Even if this game feels like it's all dead and buried, there's still time, and I don't want to give them any route back into this game as Julian smashes it into the side netting. But no, what a performance this is looking like it's going to turn out to be against Arsenal. Of course, we lost 3-2 to them in the final 2 years ago now. Of course, oh my word, I mean, that's a red card, isn't it? That is a red. That is probably the game with that. I mean, what great progress we've shown over the years here at Racing. To do this to Arsenal over 2 legs, having lost that final, is great. Of course, the departure of Avramides, the spending of hundreds of £1 million in the summer, has led to this. Let's not sugarcoat it. We've invested massively into the squad. Anything but making it to the final would have probably been a disappointment given the business that we did. We really have built a formidable team here. However, there is still one more game to play after this one, as the ball, oh my word, that was a dangerous pass into the box, I think by the defender. But alas, we still have it, and well, Hannibal with the ball at his feet, now with Jose Ramon in the wide area. Siapina's in the box, 2 stars at the edge of the box. Campanu, have a shot, my son. Why not? I'll tell you why not, because we're going to work it into the middle here. 2-star. Perez, the left back. Can he smash it in? He can. It's 6-1. And I feel really good about our chances in the final. Really, really good about them. Wow. What a performance this has been over 2 legs. 6-1. I mean, when your left back's smashing it into the bottom corner like that, things are going right for you, aren't they? But if we were a little bit lucky in the first leg, I'm going to go ahead and say it. We've absolutely smashed them in this second leg. And I think across the 2 games, whilst 6-1 is a rather flattering scoreline, we've never really looked like losing this game, to be honest. Anyway, let's make a couple more changes here. Just for the sake of player fitness, we're going to take off Hannibal. We're going to take off Jose Ramon. Want them fit and raring and ready to go for an impending final. As I'm quite content for us now just to see out this game. I mean, if we could get 7, it would be nice. It's never going to make up for the fact we lost a Champions League final to Arsenal, but it might make me feel a little bit better. Jose Ramon, who will be coming off here in the wide area, now with Perez. Inside to Toussaint, who, I'm not sure if that hit the woodwork or if the keeper just saved it. Either way, it's not ended up in the back of the net. Not that I think it's going to matter here. Siapina has put on a masterclass at striker for us. I think he deserves a lot of the credit for the kind of the scoreline and the performance. Playing as that lone striker, it's a difficult role. It's a challenging role. He has done everything we have asked of him and then some. And his finishing today has just been absolutely sensational. Oliveira bringing it forward. Campanu wins the ball back again. He's done a lot of that in this game, winning the ball back as Arsenal look to dribble through the middle. And we've been able to punish them once off it. Could we do it again here? Conceição into the box he goes. Cleared away, but not far enough. And it falls the way of Siapina, who makes it 4-0. He makes it 7-1. I just want to stand up and applaud him. What a performance. Sensational. Absolutely sensational. Bit of fortune about the way it's ended up where it ended up here. Toussaint's shot was blocked. It fell to Siapina. He's put it into the bottom corner. He's done what he needed to do. And, well, he will be running home with the match ball. He has a hat-trick here in this Champions League semi-final. I mean, at this point, we should probably stop what we're doing. But I'm having quite a lot of fun. It's 4-0. We're looking for a 5th potentially here as Campanu wins the ball back again. And it's through to Siapina, who wants goal number 4. He very nearly had it. The goalkeeping was unconvincing to say the very least. I mean, we have a corner, but it just doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. We've played so well. We have outclassed them. We have bullied them. And my friends, we are on our way to a Champions League final. And I think we more than deserve that, actually, based on how we've performed here. Elsewhere, you can see here, Dortmund won 3-0 on aggregate. A couple of late goals for them as Juventus looked to get the goal to take it to extra time. And, well, we qualified for the Club World Cup. That's not for 4 years now. But the big kind of headline news is we are going to be taking on Borussia Dortmund, a Dortmund team who have not won the Bundesliga at all looking at things here. They finished 3rd last year, 2nd most recently. They've had a very, very good season. They've got some pretty good forwards, to be fair. They've got Makoko, who, of course, is quite a scary player in Football Manager. Yusuf Demir, they also have, it's fair to say, even if they've not won the league, they've got quite a good team. They've also got Ansu Fati. I mean, that is a nutty front line, isn't it? You can see where all their goals are coming from. I think it's going to be a test of our defence. Maybe their defence is where we can look to exploit them and bully them a little bit, because I do think defensive quality-wise, they've not quite got the same kind of talent that we have. But anyway, that final is going to be coming your way next time. It's on the 1st of June. Get ready. If you've got time, pop over to the shops between today and next episode and get some popcorn in. It's going to be a big one. Hopefully the face cam will be back for the final. I know some of you have missed my beautiful face. You'll get to see me smile. You'll get to see me punch the air when we score. You'll get to see me cry as I watch Dortmund lift the Champions League and we bottle it for a 3rd year in a row. But no, seriously, what an achievement this has been. To knock out Arsenal, who have been an absolute force in recent years, is sensational. To knock out Man City prior to that, it's not been an easy run to the final, but hopefully, maybe, we're going to be able to end it on the ultimate high. If you have enjoyed today's video, do drop a like on it as always. I will see you guys again very soon. I appreciate you all massively. And well, until next time, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.